Every 4 years, Americans vote for their next president, but the person with the most votes doesn't always win. Why? Because the U.S. uses a system called the Electoral College to choose its president. But how did this system come to be, and how does it work? In 1787, delegates from 12 of the 13 states met in Philadelphia for the Constitutional Convention, where they wrote the U.S. Constitution. During the months of debate, they struggled with the question of how to elect the president. The initial suggestion was that Congress should pick the president, but many delegates worried this option gave too much power to too few people, allowing bad actors to make corrupt backroom deals in order to win elections.
The legislature and the candidates would bargain and play into one another's hands.
To avoid this, Pennsylvania delegate James Wilson proposed another option: let citizens vote for the president directly. But many thought this idea also had its downsides. They worried that people might not know enough about candidates from other states, or that larger states would always sway the election.
The people will never be sufficiently informed of characters. They will generally vote for some man in their own state, and the largest state will have the best chance for the appointment.
A popular election in this case is radically vicious.
They thought about alternatives.
Governors should choose.
Let the state legislatures decide.
No, we need specially elected representatives to make the choice.
After months of discussion, they were still stuck. They were exhausted. The weather was miserably hot, and they wanted to go home.
This subject has greatly divided the House and will also divide people out of doors. It is in truth the most difficult of all on which we have had to decide.
The delegates assigned the issue, among others, to a special committee on all postponed matters. What emerged from the committee was a system still in use today: the Electoral College. Each state chooses a number of special representatives called electors, equal to its members in Congress. These electors vote for the president. The candidate who gets a majority of the elector votes wins. The delegates agreed to this system because it addressed many of their concerns.
The plan of the committee had removed some capital objections, particularly the danger of cabal and corruption.
Electors would only serve once and be independent from Congress, reducing the chance for corrupt deals. Electors would presumably be well informed, solving the concern about everyday people not knowing enough about the candidates. The convention had already made compromises to determine how many Congress members each state would have, creating a balance of power between large and small states. Since the number of electors each state had would equal its members in Congress, this system incorporated that balance in presidential elections. The plan passed and became part of the Constitution. The compromise wasn't just a result of strategy, it was also born out of the delegates' sheer exhaustion.
It was not exempt from a degree of the hurrying influence produced by fatigue and impatience.
Through centuries, the Electoral College has been both criticized and defended. It's a complex institution, and Americans have questioned whether it fits into our present-day representative democracy. Was it the best system? This conversation, started in 1787, is still alive today. Learn more about the Electoral College by visiting colonialwilliamsburg.org/electoral.